What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Pretty and Co. Row, Pretty Conspiracy Row. And I know y'all saw Doctah B Siriuz on Black Magic on Brother Rich channel the other day. Man, I've been trying to do this video for like 3 days, and I swear, like, I could not get on here fast enough. I was watching them, and I was taking notes, and, like, my mind was just going, like, my pen was just moving, and it was like I was just watching it. It's like everything that he was saying was just making so much sense to me. I thought I took some of the elixir. I thought I took some of the fancy shit that he had took. I'm like, how is it just like I could, as he was saying it, I was writing it. But anyway, I had caught, they didn't come right on that. I think they were supposed to come on 9:30 or something. They ended up coming on around 10. So, I popped in. They hadn't came on yet. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just wait. So by the time I went back on, had already started. And he had just hopped into talking about the space and cells, and I believe epistemology, which is the study of the limit of knowledge, because we as humans, he was saying, we get into this thing with our ego, and we like to think that we know everything, but no, there is a limit to knowledge. There's a limit to our knowledge. There's a limit to the knowledge of the ant. There's a limit to the knowledge of the dog, and there's a limit to the knowledge of man, and that's exactly true. And I feel like if we gravitate more towards that idea, to that thought form, that maybe we'll start to understand more instead of thinking that we just know it. Now, because things will start to slowly reveal itself to us. Now, he talked a lot about thought waves and about everything being consciousness, everything being energy, and how we did not have the right to say what was and was not life. And it's so true. Like, have y'all ever heard the saying, oh, no, not that. I'll come back to that. But yeah, we do not have the right to say, like, what is and what isn't life, especially when we didn't create it. Even the things we created, the things we create are already made up of things that are already here. Everything here, everything that we can take into our senses, everything that we can perceive, everything that we can pick up, grab, feel, and even a lot of things that we can't, they all have they all have consciousness, they all have energy, they all vibrate. And yeah, he was talking about everything having energy, everything vibrate, and the only things that are real he talked about the only things that are real were the things that we believe and agree to be real collectively. So that kind of made me think about, like when Kanye West, when he was going on and on about his slavery is a choice statement. And I knew what he meant. I feel like he was the wrong person to relay the message, but I still knew what he meant. And that's kind of like what I got from this. That's not what Doctah B Siriuz said, but that's kind of what I got from it. What he said is like, if we all go to jail, if we all go to prison, or the only reason we have jails or prisons is because everyone agreed that that's what was real. That's what we wanted to do. If everyone in jail today decided that jail didn't exist no more, and they just got to tearing that bitch up, and they just got to break it out, then jail would not exist no more for anybody. Now, they'll probably try to come up with something else, but it wouldn't exist. Just like slavery. Had everyone decided that slave shit wasn't going down, and everybody I know that it was slaves who fought back. I know it was slaves who jumped off the boat. I know it was slaves who killed the masters. I know it was slaves who took over the boat and everything. But as many slaves as there were who fought, a lot of them were complicit, or a lot of them submitted. So had everyone been on the same page, we would have been out of that shit a lot sooner. And that's the only point I'm trying to make. And I feel like that's the point that Kanye West was trying to make as well. Just kind of used a bad analogy, and like I said, he was the wrong person to do it. Don't nobody want you speaking to us about slaves, and you over there playing slave. You over there doing slave play over there with your ex-wife. Now, anyway, he talked about how the power is in how you see it and what you believe. Now, going back to that saying I was going to say, have y'all ever, or do y'all remember ever hearing the saying, I can't remember who said it, but it says, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. Doctor B Siriuz said the power is in how you see it and what you believe. Change the way, change the way you see it, change the way you look at it, and change what you believe about it, and we'll watch the thing change. So it's actually saying the same thing. Like, and it's so true. When you change the way you look at things, when you change the way you believe things, you change the reality of the thing. You actually change the thing at a subatomic level. When you change the thing that you look at, when you change the way you look at things, it literally the atoms in that thing gets to rearranging. Like, it gets to changing. It gets to changing on a subatomic level. So that's so important. Like, he talked about how black people, how our people, any people, whatever people, how we get into this thing of complaining, always complaining, what we don't got, why stuff not going in our favor, what we don't like, what we don't have, why we don't have it, and why we'll never get the things we desire. And we don't understand, by putting that energy out there, we're only magnetizing more of that energy back to us, because that's simply how the universe works. And that's how we being tricked too. That's how we being trapped that's how we're being manipulated, through our thoughts and through our emotions. If they can keep us focused, if they can keep us mentally, like, on the lowest level, and keep us focused on negative things and watching negative things and listening to negative music, negative TV, negative movies and everything, then they can literally control our reality, because we are going to manifest those things that we think about, and those things that pull on us emotionally, whether we want them or not. That's just how the universe works. So, okay, I'm back. My bad, y'all. My baby had to go to the potty. But let me see what I left off talking about. Changing the things you look at, and the things you look at will change. Let me see where I was. All of the boundaries and barriers are in our mind. That's what he meant by get out of time. He kept telling us, get out of time, get into the darkness, get out of the loop. Don't allow your thoughts, culture, education, religion, your family, anything you've been told to dictate what you believe or your perception of things, because the only thing that's real is the thing you believe. So if they can control what you believe, they can destroy you. They can literally destroy you. If they can control what you believe, they can control what you manifest. They can control what materializes in your life. They can control what situations occur in your life. They can control so much about your life without actually having to come put a finger on you, without ever having to see you, without ever having to knock on your door. Let me see. What else did I put? Our biggest enemy is our own thoughts. They keep us bound with our own thoughts. They control us through our thoughts. If they can control what you think or what you believe, they have all the power over you. The first thing I would ask is, how can someone control your thoughts? And that's simple. By manipulating your senses and overloading your subconscious with negative information that goes against you. By doing that, they manipulate our senses. They manipulate our senses by providing food that can kill us, taste, showing us negative images of ourselves and us killing each other, sight, music, sound, and, we could go on and on and on. We could bring in the chemtrails, highlighting every negative lifestyle and every negative aspect of our culture. We can go on and on and on with that. Okay, so your reality is created through your state of mind. If they can control your state of mind, they can control your reality. Whatever we believe, we give power to. Like on American Gods, I believe it was season 2, when they went to a dimension where all of the gods that everyone ever prayed to or ever believed in or ever given power to existed. So they went to this place, and you would see all the different gods that ever existed over time. And y'all, when they was there, it was like multiple versions of Jesus. So you had black Jesus, white Jesus, Mexican Jesus, Chinese Jesus, every Jesus that a person could think of. Many as many varieties of people there were different varieties of gods. For each type of person, there was that type of God, because whatever we give power to, even if it's not real, we create it because we gave energy to it. And they know this. That's why they try to control, manipulate our thoughts and our emotions to kind of keep us in the loop, keep us thinking about same things, keep us worried and keep our emotions projecting towards the same things. Now, we need to always protect our thoughts and protect our emotions. Like knowing that our thoughts create our reality. If we know that going through life every day, then we should guard what we allow ourselves to think. We should protect our thoughts. We should protect what we allow ourselves to give energy to. Don't linger on a negative thought. You don't want it to manifest in your life. Don't listen to negative music. You don't want that to manifest in your life. Don't worry about negative things. Don't linger in negative emotions, because they're going to show up and materialize in your life. You want to focus on gratefulness. Be full of gratefulness at all times. Right now, okay, my bad. Right now, feelings trump everything. Everything you want, need, desire, you need to evoke through feelings, emotion, and thought. Like when we think of meditation, or that's exactly what we use in our meditation as a tool, as a practice to force things here into the material realm instead of allowing it to happen to us. That's us taking the power back and pulling into this realm what we want and what we desire. Now you have to feel and think and go about your life as if you already have it. That's how we do. Like, think about it. We go watch a scary movie, or we go listen to this gangster music, and next, what we doing? You go watch a scary movie, and you walking out the theater, and you looking behind you. You making sure you careful. You don't even understand that by even watching that movie and participating in that energy, you drawing that type of situation closer to you. You go listen to this gangster music, this thug music, rap music, and I do too. But you don't realize that by listening to that music, you are drawing one of those situations closer to you. Talking about killing, murdering. Now you feel like you got to ride around with a gun. Now you don't feel safe because of the energy that you evoking and inviting into your life. Now, Doctah B also, he said, for the first few seconds when we wake up, we are not who we were until we go and collect all the stuff and become who we were. So all these situations that we're going through, the things that depress us, the things that anger us, even down to our illnesses or a disease you might have, or an immune disorder or something. The reason our mind is so powerful that we keep projecting these things into our life. We remember them, we give them energy, and that's why they exist. So I think he talked in one of the lectures, he talked about how someone could have an immune disorder or any kind of disorder, then they go get hit over the head, and now they got amnesia, and something funny had happened, like because they can't remember that they had the heart disease, or they can't remember that they had the cancer, they won't have it anymore. Like, they're no longer giving power or energy to it, so it would just disappear and no longer exist. I thought that was really, really interesting to hear. Now, we are constantly creating our reality through our thoughts and our emotions. Once you can change your thoughts and emotions of your reality, you can change your reality. Your reality is whatever you agree with. Don't limit your perception of life based on the perception of life you were given. If we knew that every thought and emotion we have manifested in reality, If we realize our thoughts and emotions actually materialize, then what would we think, and what would we allow to emotionally trigger us? Our thoughts and emotions are energy. They are our superpowers. So they try to keep them and trap them and keep them in the loop. That's what they mean by keeping us in the loop. A time loop. They loop our thoughts. They loop our thoughts, our energy, our emotions by getting us to focus on certain things, probably at certain times too. It's probably some type of pattern, but they do it to us constantly. When they want to put us in a certain energy, they get us to focus on and get emotional about certain types of things, and we probably need to pay attention to that. So they get us to do that so we can project and create a certain reality for ourselves and for the world.
Mom.
Yes.
That water.
You want water? Here. No, come over here and get it, baby. Okay, but back to thoughts and emotions being energy. Dr. B talked about every thought being a wave and impulse of energy when constantly sent. When we constantly send all that energy in a specific direction, we magnetize or we draw whatever it is that we're thinking about back to us. When we focus on what we don't want, we are attracting what we want. I'm sorry. When we focus on what we don't want, y'all, we that's exactly what we attracting. So at all times, we got to try to stay off of negative energy, out of negative energy, and keep our minds off of negative thoughts. Only keep your mind on what you want, because if you keep your mind on what you don't want, that's what you're going to get. It's as simple as that. You okay, bro? When we focus on what we don't want, that's what we're attracting back to us. That's why they reinforce so much negative things in our music, in our movies, in the media. That's why they have us plastered all over. It broadcasts us all over the news being killed or calling us murderers, thugs. And you know what? That's why they don't have a problem telling you you was a slave. That's why they don't have a problem showing us images of us being defeated, of us being beaten, of us looking to master for clothing, for food. They don't have no problem showing us this all day from sun to sunrise to sunset, the whole month of February, because they actually want you to attract more of that energy to yourself, more of that victim, more of that defeated energy. That's the type of energy they want you to be in. We have to focus on thoughts and emotions that will not destroy us, but help us progress, help us to build, help us to be grateful. We have to focus on love, positive things, not the things that they tried to use against us, not the things that they try to get us to focus on because they're trying to control our reality and our destiny and our future, and because they're trying to kill us. They're literally trying to kill us through our thoughts. That's why meditation is such an ancient practice. Now, I do want to give credit to Brother Rich, because I think he is a master interviewerist. You know, I think he asks great questions. I love how he gives the setup of his question. I love it. Sound like, you know, it's just coming from somebody in the crowd. It's coming from me or you. You know, his questions are honest, they deep, they relevant. I love it. I love the mantra that Dr. B gave, about forgiveness. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfections. So I think that's very powerful. And you know what, y'all? I'm just going to stop here. I had a little bit more notes. But like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how y'all feel down in the comments. Do y'all enjoy Doctah B Siriuz? Was y'all hip to him already? Was your first time seeing him on Brother Rich channel? I'm sure you learned from him. I don't know anyone who couldn't learn from this man. You know, him, Dr. Phil Valentine, Dr. Francis Cress Wising. Like, I put them all up there on the shelf together. Heck, well, let me get back to this toddler. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how y'all feel. Let me know how it touched you or what message you received from it. All right, y'all.